Hey everyone, this is James.
And Kiele.
And we're back with another simple self-defense tip. This one's a little bit different because we're going to talk about some medical things. And so I think that self-defense encompasses more than just combative skills, your ability to make sure that you can survive if you get some sort of traumatic injury, either as a standalone thing or in a self-defense situation. What if you survived a self-defense situation but you got stabbed or shot and now you're bleeding and you got an injury that you need to deal with? Do you have the equipment and the skills to deal with that as well? There's also good skills to have. You may be in a car accident or something like that. So the medical thing is something that a lot of people should think more about. Now, what we're going to talk about is something specifically that you can, or things that you can add to a regular first aid kit. Your standard first aid kit that you get it's not worthless. There's some decent things in there, but there's not much in there that's really going to help you with a traumatic injury. And so the main thing that you need to worry about is bleeding. If you get some sort of really bad cut or you hit the femoral artery, then making sure that you don't bleed out before you can get the help is very important. And so most first aid kits have some Band-Aids. That is not going to help you in that kind of situation. But adding a few things to your regular first aid kit can make it a lot more useful. So one of the things that you want to make sure that you have is some sort of compression bandage, right? So this is one of those sticky ACE bandages that sticks to itself, and a compression bandage and some gauze. And so if you get a bad cut and you can put the gauze on or stuff it into the wound and then use the compression bandage to hold that in place, that'll go a long ways towards helping to control bleeding. Now you can start getting a little fancier beyond that. You can get some Clot, which is something that that's specifically designed to quickly clot bleeding and help stop bleeding. And so use this with a compression bandage. And you can even take that a step further and add in a tourniquet. There's a couple different types. This is the CATS or Combat Application Tourniquet, and this is the Rapid Application Tourniquet. Both of them work, but you do need to practice with each of them. Whichever system you do get, you do want to spend some time practicing. This one takes up a little bit less space, which is why we have it in this kit here. But those things right there, like if you've got gauze in your kit already, great. Some sort of compression bandage, or like I said, one of these sticky ACE bandages, some Clot, a tourniquet. These things are not very expensive. I mean, you're talking about $50 or so in order to add these things to your first aid kit, and will make it much more useful, especially in a situation like traumatic injury where you're dealing with bleeding. So being able to stop that bleed is super important. So you want to make sure that you're thinking about this as part of your overall self-defense strategy. So yeah, any thoughts or?
Well, I do want to add that this is something that can come in really useful that you can help others with too. You think, what are the odds that I'm going to need this stuff? But if you come across someone else that's been in a car accident or someone else that's injured or something, the value of that goes up significantly.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. So we actually have a stocked first aid kit with these things in each of our cars. We have one at the house. I actually have one in a little day bag that I carry around. I always have a tourniquet and Clot and compression bandage, so things to stop the bleed. And we probably have 4 or 5 sets of these things between our cars and house and other things like that. So, but yeah, because this is something, odds are very low that you're going to need to use self-defense skills as far as using a gun or having to go hands-on with someone. But the odds of you coming across someone who needs help, who needs medical help and helping survive a traumatic injury until the real help can get there is higher. And so, like Kiele was saying, adding these things into your skill set can help not just you, but other people as well. So very good point. Appreciate that. So cool. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this tip, and we will talk to you in the next one.